Tell me a bit about the club.
Well, the club's one of the oldest established in Munster. They've been playing cricket here and hereabouts since about 1850, and there is clear evidence from about 1870. At that time, and in fact right up to the early 1900s, cricket was a very popular sport in Ireland. I think people do tend to forget that. I was quite surprised when I was a youngster. My dad announced me one day, "Come on, we're off to play cricket. This is in England."
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, "What do you mean, Dad?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm playing cricket." Well, you won't know how to play cricket, you're an Irishman. No, he knew how to play cricket. You know, he was part of that generation that's been brought up playing cricket in the early 1900s. So it was very popular in a lot of places throughout rural Ireland and of course the cities. But for obvious reasons, it tended to reduce a lot, and I'm sure there are people better qualified than I am to say how that is and why that is. But with Cricket Ireland and the reformulation of the sport in the country, things are beginning to pick up, and that's all tied to the Irish team, of course. Lismore has been, if you speak to most people in Lismore, they'll tell you, "Oh yeah, I used to play for the cricket team." It's just one of those things that died off really from about the 1980s. And although you still get quite a few youngsters who played a little bit, it just for some reason it died off. I gather, as a lot of sports clubs have had various troubles over the last few years, and Lismore's no exception to that. As a cricket club, it's been on and off and on and off, and closed up and started up again. And this particular arrangement that we've got now with the current people has been going fairly well for about 4.5-5 years.
Tell me about that. So the arrangement you have is what in particular?
Well, essentially to find the people who want to play that are convenient enough to play, and the truth is probably nowadays there aren't enough people in a town the size of Lismore who want to play. Along come a lot of the subcontinent people moving into Ireland with various jobs, a lot in the medical profession. And they love cricket and like to play, and really keeping and mingling those two strands, encouraging youngsters to get involved in cricket again, getting the subcontinent players involved, and in fact Commonwealth players, New Zealanders, Australians, whoever, to get involved and to keep them all happy requires a lot of effort, but you know, we've got a very good setup here at the moment and a lot of keen people, and it's only going from strength to strength at the moment. We presently have about 50 active club members.
Okay, and that's 50 that would turn up on a weekly basis. Would you have struggles to get people for a training session? Like, I know even rugby clubs tend to struggle to get a full team to train.
Yes.
What way do you approach that, or how does it affect you on a week to week?
We haven't sorted that out completely. One of the reasons is some of our players are from Moy, some are from Dungarvan, some are from Clonmel, some are from Ardmore, some are from Lismore and the townships around. So it's actually quite difficult. Yeah. If there's any chance of rain, why should we come and spend a time when we might be turning round again and doing nothing? COVID has made it no easier, but you know, we are finding at the moment we have enough to have a training session and to make it meaningful, so people are actually progressing, and youngsters are sort of being encouraged to train and then to play in our weekend matches.
Okay, and like when it comes to age groups, what do you have playing in terms of an age range, like from what age to what age?
We used to have a lot more juniors in, which isn't quite the case at the moment. I'm the oldest, I think, at 71 at the club, and then we go all ages down below that, probably starting 20 or 30 years below me. We do have a reasonably strong under 15s type section of youngsters coming along. We're still trying to develop the 12-year-olds, the 11-year-olds. We have got one or two, but getting them here and when things are kind of complicated at the moment isn't the easiest thing to do, but we're making progress.
It must be the kind of sport that, maybe I'm wrong to say this, but it must be frustrating when you see there would be a massive potential pool of players when you look at the skill and the dedication that's in hurling, and what are immediately transferable skills.
Absolutely transferable skills.
Yeah.
And until you've seen a man who is, we used to have one playing for us in our English team, no trouble hitting the ball, and all he was an inter-county hurler up in the north.
Yeah.
So great. To finish the point I was making earlier, of the 50 people every weekend, we need 22 people, or 24 if we have a scorer and an umpire, to be able to turn out. Mm-hmm. Not always easy, and particularly if we have to travel to Kerry or Limerick or Cork. Mm-hmm. It's not always that easy, which is why we try and encourage those people who are prepared to put in that little bit of extra effort to come along and contribute for the club.
What's the end goal for the club really when the world kind of starts to spin once more?
Oh, a philosophical question. I think that to some extent there is no end goal other than playing cricket regularly and the joy you get from that. And it is a terrific sport to play. Most youngsters, when they come along and join the club, the one thing they want to do is to improve. Perhaps play for Munster, perhaps play for Ireland. And if we're not actually thinking about what they want to do and how we can help them do it, then we're not contributing. Our own treasurer, Ben, is also coaching the Munster under-15s team. So that's one of ways that we make contributions, by creating something that's helping to support local teams and provide local points of interest, something for them to aim at. So they're not just turning up to get bowled every week. There's a target, they can improve, they can go on and develop their skills.
Michael Condon, thank you very much.
You're welcome.